250 years, the story shines bright. From the first spark of hope to this glorious night. Through every generation, every dream we pursue, we gather here together, celebrating you. From the Brooklyn Oh, oh, oh. 250 years, the story shines bright. From the first spark of hope to this glorious night. Through every generation, every dream we pursue, we gather here together, celebrating you. From the Brooklyn Cafe Show to every stage alive, where music, laughter and memories thrive. Every show they produce, every voice, every song, building a legacy that's carried us along. Raise your hands, raise your hearts, let the celebration start. 250 years of spirit, soul and art. From the spotlight's glow to the communities we know, we're writing history together as we grow. Put on the greatest show. From morning rehearsals to the curtain call at night, each performer and creator brings their passion to the light. Every production tells a story, every uniting generations through unforgettable songs. The Brooklyn Cafe Show leads the way with pride, and every show they produce stands right by its side. From comedy to music, from stories old and new, the magic comes alive in everything they do. Raise your hands, raise your hearts, let the celebration start. 250 years of spirit, soul and art. From the spotlight's glow to the communities we know, we're writing history together as we go. Sing it loud, sing it proud, let the whole world know. For 250 years, we've put on the greatest show. Here's to the dreamers, the artists, the friends, the journey we've shared and the road that never ends. Here's to tomorrow and the stories yet to be, a future filled with wonder for all the world to see. Raise your hands, raise your hearts, let the celebration start. 250 years of spirit, soul and art. The Brooklyn Cafe Show, and every show we bring together through the years. Together we will sing for 250 years and many more to come. We celebrate our history as one. 250 years, shining
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live plumbing.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Here is a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddy. Freddy, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddy. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell?
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
And Happy New Year. No, wait a minute. Happy 4th of July. No, wait a minute. Happy second half of the year.
Happy second half of the year to you.
It is the midterms. It is time for the second. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but now we're working on trick-or-treaters and Halloween.
No, first, you know what tomorrow is? Anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Happy July 6th. Happy back to work after the long weekend, after all the things. It's right smack dab in the middle of summer. Hope everyone had a fabulous weekend and they watched the fireworks someplace, stayed dry someplace, or just did what they normally do. Hope you had a good time. Hope you guys had a great time.
My sister and her husband came over on 4th of July.
Nice.
Yeah, that was honestly the most interesting thing. The other stuff was was honestly kind of like, house kind of related chores because, since the parents are still out of the country, I have to we have to do important stuff like getting cleaning up the house and like, for example, I literally walked all my way from my neighborhood to the nearest Walmart to get toilet bowl cleaner and whatnot. So
you walked to Walmart from your house?
Cleaner.
Yeah, I walked from my house to Walmart.
That's far.
Oh no, there's literally a Walmart literally right across us.
Oh, okay. Because there's a Walmart on Glades and 441. You live over there, right?
Yeah, I live.
Yeah, but even so, it's far.
Mm.
It's
it ain't
no matter
close.
what. There are no houses in the close vicinity. But it's a hot too. It was 110 in DC. My daughter was in for the week, so she spent the weekend here. DC was. She was
on
glad,
fire.
She was glad not to be in DC.
Yeah, you saw the fireworks?
I did not because they were 2 hours delayed, so I went to sleep.
Because of the rain?
Because they were, allegedly.
Wow, but the fireworks were spectacular.
They said they were spectacular, but I stayed up until, I don't even know what time I stayed up, and the president was still talking because they had a 2-hour weather delay in D.C.
Yeah, he talks a lot.
So everything got postponed and pushed back. But I heard it was amazing, and then she woke up yesterday morning and said there was a air alert. So if you have asthma, keep your pets inside, stay inside. It was like a red flag alert in Washington because of the 850,000 fireworks that went off in the atmosphere.
The smog. They a friend, the ones that marry Sarah, the guy that marries Sarah, he lives in Washington, and his balcony is right across the street from the White House. And my goodness gracious, he had the monument. It exploded the sky, so he sent me some. I posted it on our Facebook page.
Pretty cool. So a lot of good stuff. It was a quiet weekend. It's really right smack dab in the middle of summer.
Now you guys had good weather on this side?
Yeah.
In and out. Fun. It was fun. There was fun there, but it wasn't
thunder, right?
But there wasn't really heavy rain. There was at best a drizzle, but
My God.
No heavy rain.
And on the east side of town, over here, it didn't rain at all.
On the west side, where we were at, the bumpers, man, the cloud formation and the lightning and the thunder.
No.
That I didn't need no fireworks. I saw it up in the sky. It was tremendous. It was beautiful. But my God, it was treacherous and scary.
Yeah, no, it was nice over here. Quiet, hot,
Muggy. It's been muggy.
Happy
Muggy
July.
over there, too.
But you know what tomorrow is?
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is 7/7, which means
What's
it
that
is
mean?
7/7 portal. Just saying.
Back to this.
It is a day of manifestation and opportunity and all. Look at Fonzie's face. He's like, what? Anyway, I had these crazy dreams over the weekend. I dreamt, and if this comes to pass, and Sally says I was like on an alternate timeline, we'll see what that is. I dreamt about this concept called EI. Not AI, EI.
Okay. Eat at Joe's.
EI. And I kept saying in my dream, EI, like the EU. So, you try to remember your dreams because sometimes you wake up in the morning and you don't remember them. So it definitely was EI. And then it said that to get your passports, make sure everyone has their international passports so you can do what you need to do. So I woke up with EI in my head and thinking, do I have an international passport? Well, all passports are international. So, yes, I do. But I'm thinking that's just like crazy.
Well, for what?
I don't know. So if you hear
So you
anything,
have an EI you don't know what for?
I don't know what EI is for, and I don't know what the passport is for either. I'm just saying if Sally starts talking about it today, or Wendy, then we'll know I must have been time traveling someplace. Can you imagine I was actually doing like a time travel thing?
Yes.
It'd be kind of cool.
Coming from you,
I think I did this. I think I time traveled all weekend. There were messages in all my dreams.
You
and
were
all
never
of,
here.
I was here, but very, very vivid dream weekend for me.
I see. So
That's all I
tomorrow
can
we
say.
get to what?
Tomorrow's a manifestation portal. It's all about green and blue, and we'll talk to Wendy about it today. But if you really want to manifest what you want to, abundance and good health and wealth and prosperity and all the things you want for the second half of the year, they say to wear green or blue. It's like a greenish blue portal. Drink green drinks like mint or green drinks or smoothies that have to do with green or blue. And just, yes, mint julep, not a tulip. But, but you're funny. You're consistent. So we'll see. That's tomorrow. It's the 7/7 portal.
I am going to see if Abdullah turns into a frog and Fonzie turns into a green elephant.
I don't know.
So
I watched
going to
Michael
see.
over the weekend.
Oh, how was it?
Anyone see it?
The Michael Jackson biopic?
Yeah. Fonzie?
He's not exactly a big MJ guy.
No, how was it?
It was a biopic. I thought it was very well done. What's his name? Jamal, who was Jermaine's son, who played Michael. Incredibly talented man, young man. It was the biopic of Michael Jackson. So if you knew the story, you knew the story. But
Nothing good.
very talented. Great music. It's Michael Jackson. It was good.
Yep.
Something different.
Did anybody get to witness any kind of super fireworks?
I kind of stayed in. Even though there was like fireworks like right happening outside, but like we didn't go outside the scene. To be because we were just like just all I don't know. No, just watching the TV, to be honest.
What about you, Fonzie?
How do I explain it? Well, when on 4th of July, I went to my aunt's house, and that's where we celebrate, and we launched like our fireworks that we bought, and there's this one that comes with a cannon, and I'm like, why does it have a cannon? And they said it's one of those ones that launches up. I'm like, oh sweet, we have those now. So they set it up, and they put it in. And when they launched it, it didn't go all the way up. So when it was like, it didn't even go up. So it was coming down, and we're like, oh my god, we gotta go. And then poof, then I jumped. We were far away, thank God, but I was jumping over how close to the ground that was. And
So it went up and came down and close to the ground exploded?
yeah.
They did fireworks all weekend, and it's so funny because my son, now that he's a dad, perspective has changed, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they allow fireworks in residential neighborhoods the day before 4th of July. And I'm laughing. Because I'm thinking back to when he was in high school and college and he and his buddies would light fireworks all the time just to have fun. But now that he's a dad with a dog and 2 cats and a baby, it's totally different. I don't know why residential neighborhoods would allow that.
I mean,
so it makes me chuckle a little bit.
My family, we used to do that. Just fire our own, fireworks, right outside the house. So, we used to do that.
You know what I watched? CBS had 24 hours, I guess it was through Disney, of this country, of North America, I should say. I shouldn't say even 250 years, all the way back. I don't know if you got to see it. And they focused on all, the 7 wonders of this nation. And they went coast to coast, Hawaii, Florida, the Everglades, the Grand Canyon, every place. And they really focused on the indigenous people, which was fascinating because not only was it fascinating to see how long people have lived on this land and to watch it, way more than 250 years, but they really paid homage to the Native Americans that have been here, that have sustained the land, that have cultivated the land. And it was CBS, which, the political side of CBS and our great president. It was interesting. It was incredibly well done. David Mayer did a great job. And they took all the major anchors and they all went someplace. And they, stitched the whole piece together. But it was really, really well done. If you want to take a look at really looking at the country, and they were talking about the people that have lived in the Grand Canyon have lived there for over ancestors.
250 years?
12,000 years.
Wow.
Which means people have lived on this land far before we settled this country 250 years ago.
But we know that.
But think about it, 12,000 years the indigenous people have lived in the Grand Canyon, and there's still a tribe that lives there, that have stayed there and have grown, and the whole idea was really just to share their culture and everything with it. Fascinating. And then they talked about the Seminoles here in the Everglades and over in Hawaii. Amazing to see really what it is.
Well, it was an unusual 4th of July because I spent it not on this coast. I went back to the other coast. And the one thing that I got to say about this 4th of July that's very different than all the other 64 4th of Julys that I've been around, not participating, but around, is that the people were actually proud to be American. They wore red, white, and blue. They didn't do anything to hurt the flag. And my God, people were so nice. I kept saying to Gio and Sabrina, what country are we in? People would actually stop when you cross the street. People would hold open doors. They would say good morning when they were walking and everything. I'm like, happy 4th of July, happy 4th of July. On the beach, wall-to-wall people. The thunder came out. Everybody helped everybody. They helped me put my stuff together because I couldn't get off the beach fast enough. And I'm like, who are these people?
They felt, they needed to
They said that they had to help me, but they were helping others. Everybody was getting help, okay?
We're going to help this man off the beach.
Everybody was helping everybody get off the beach because the lightning was horrendous. But what I noticed was people were just very, very friendly to one another. They were proud to be American. Maybe the World Soccer, because the U.S. is a big controversy going on with that. The U.S. plays tonight, and just because they won their last game.
Why? Because the guy with the red card is now allowed to play?
Yes, yeah. But they're taking it out of perspective because he should have never gotten a red card.
Correct.
That Trump made a phone call is being blown up and saying that everything now
he should have gotten the red card in the first place.
He would have, right, but he's supposed to be suspended tonight. They lifted it.
Yeah.
I think I heard some people speculating, how the current head of FIFA is kind of sucking up to Trump in ways that remember when when the World Cup was previously hosted in Qatar and Russia, there was big controversies around it. But people were saying it even then, what happened with votes was nowhere near as bad as what FIFA is doing with America right now. I heard some people even say that Donald Trump even rigged, managed to rig the last the games, the one that America just.
You see, but
won.
that's what they want you to think because God help us, but if the U.S. ever but to sniff winning this thing, which is not going to happen. They're just not good enough. They're going to say that it was all set up. But I got to tell you something about soccer. A red card should be issued for a flagrant foul. Flagrant means a fight, a bite, something. Not stepping on an ankle. In my opinion, I don't think it warranted a red card. That Mr. Trump decided to get his freaking nose in it should have minded his business, because it isn't so much his interference as much as it was a bad call. And there are bad calls.
Like a technical in basketball.
That's right. Like when Brunson didn't get the technical when he stepped on the big guy, the alien's foot in the last game. They didn't call that either. There's a lot of things that don't get called, and there are a lot of things that do get called. But sometimes when you're playing better than the other team, the refs are going to give you some calls to try to make it close, because if not, you're just going to run over these guys. So, again, America plays tonight. If they win, which I don't think they're going to get past Belgium, but if they do win and this guy ends up winning, don't tarnish the victory.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's not right.
Sure.
It's not right for a lot of different reasons. It's not political. Soccer is not a political statement, though. Abdullah, what he's saying is true in whatever country.
Yeah, I mean, yes, international sports can be politicized. Like, remember, like, everybody was like, you know, for example, the last time the World Cup was, like, you know, hosted in Qatar, everybody was like, in Russia, when the people were like, you know, freaking, there was like a lot of people were like freaking out, oh my god, saying the whole World Cup shouldn't be hosted in these authoritarian nations.
Yeah.
But like, but I do find it like kind of weird that like all the people who were complaining about Qatar and Russia were like, they're not doing this stuff, doing it for like America, even though like America arguably under Donald Trump is now like doing the same thing, like, you know, the whole ICE stuff and like and starting a war with starting an unnecessary war with Iran and blockading Cuba. And it's also the fact that apparently just like you know, you heard about like, at least with like Russia and Qatar, they at least had the decency to like, you know, keep the ticket prices affordable, or and provide good public transport. While in America, like, apparently I heard they charged $700 for tickets, which is like,
it's more than that.
Insane.
For what, the World Cup?
You know, for tickets for the World Cup, and the public wait, more than 700.
Yeah, what's happening is you bought a ticket for $70. You own the ticket. That is your ticket. That is your seat, and you put it on a hub, and people are bidding on the ticket.
It's like concert tickets.
It's like anything tickets. And what's happening is those tickets now are going up in price. The Knick tickets, $12,000 to see a Knick game, but that is an individual that owns that ticket. And they are selling the ticket on the open market to the highest bidder.
Okay, so you know how the world is, America is this way, right? The bots buy all the tickets, they sell it, and it goes up and up and up. And then there's all this controversy about war and all these negative things, right, that everyone focuses on. Back to my weekend watching. NBC had all the ships that came from all the other countries to come in. Did you see this? The Bison. Well, I don't even know what this is called.
Well, they did that in the Bicentennial.
It was absolutely fascinating to watch the pride that every single country had in their ship to come over to the United States.
I saw that.
Was a total 180 of all of this conversation, that there really is the goodness of people. There really is hope. There really is pride in every country. Those boats just didn't magically appear. They had to come over. They had to come over. And
it was well orchestrated.
Beautiful ships.
Yes, I remember that.
All of the crewmen on the ships, unbelievable what it stood for. Our Navy and their ship and their pride and what they stand for this great nation, for all of our armed forces, of what they do to protect us every day. And all of that other stuff that's going on, just for a moment, if you could just stop and see the power and the people and the kindness that other countries have with us, that stand with us, and all that other noise is, I think, we just need to stop and have some appreciation in what we have and who we are as people, not just as Americans, but for all the other countries that came over to represent their country and being proud and coming here.
And you do a lot of this thing.
A lot of history you do, Abdullah.
During the Nazi era in Germany, when they held the Olympics, do you have any knowledge of that?
I know about that. And I I also know about the time when the World Cup was hosted in Argentina during the military dictatorship. I bet you didn't know about that one.
Well, of course, because I watched it. But what I'm telling you is, when Adolf Hitler tried to get Germany and to stop the black athletes of the United States, they all raised their hand when they took the gold in track and field. And that was under the very, very, very scary situation when the Nazis were in power and they still held the Olympics there. Don't let politics get in the way of sports, because your heart is in the venture of the sport, in the good of the game. Them having Iraq's soccer team in Mexico, Iran's soccer team in Mexico, and then shipping them back to Mexico after every game, in my world, isn't right.
Yeah.
And I'm an American, but I don't think it's right, because athletes have nothing to do with politics.
It's like with everything, the politics of everything that is changing people's mindset. And the media perpetuates it. The media is not helping the situation.
Well, they sell numbers. They sell tickets.
Wasn't there like a goalie, like a Somali goalie that America literally blocked from or was it? Oh, I think it was like they blocked his mother from attending. I know there was something regarding a Somali goalie.
When you say America, don't phrase it that way. That was ICE, because they said that they had evidence of some terrorist activity. Now, I don't know whether his mother, his brother, his sister, I don't know anything about that. I don't know if it's true, not true. I rely on these people keeping us so that we can do what we're doing right now. We have the ability to talk about it. We have the ability to be on the air and feel safe. Do I feel safe? Maybe 70% of the time. Because it doesn't mean that nobody can come in here and do a terrorist act. Terrorism is part of the real world. But don't say America kept them out. These are organizations, right, wrong, and indifferent, that we have to rely on for safety. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You can say that ICE is wrong, and you can say that ICE prevented, like what happened at that wrestling thing in the White House, which I think was stupid to have there anyway. And there were 20-sometime attacks that were being planned. There was going to be a lot of death that was being planned. And it was one of the mothers that called the FBI, and they stopped it. These are the people who are responsible for keeping that soccer goalie's mother out of the country. These are the people that have to make a judgment decision as to whether or not they are going to terrorize the event. But what I'm talking about is just politics. I don't like Trump's name being brought up because it was his reasoning for getting that player tonight. Now the team from Belgium is protesting the game.
There's so much politics in it, and people don't even appreciate where we just come off of 250 years of our country, and everyone had fireworks, and they ate, and they had family, and they drank too much, or whatever they did. But the true essence of what it stands for is, I think, is lost after the 4th. If anyone even understands the true essence of why we're even all here, including the politicians. And I just don't mean us everyday people. I mean, including the politicians that put this great celebration together all over this country. If you just stop for a minute, you realize who makes up this country and why we are who we are and who we are. And hope and love and family. And they lose sight of it. And it's all about politics and the greater good of individuals, but it's really not. It's really about the greater good of the people. It should be.
The people, it should be the
people as a whole, right?
It should be the people.
Yeah, and who they are. And every single person in this room is an immigrant from someplace. And every single person, other than the indigenous people that they talked about over the weekend,
is an immigrant.
Is an immigrant from someplace at some time that found the great American dream coming to this country. And I think we've lost who we are. And the politicians I think some of them have just lost the concept of who we are and why we do what we do.
Well, there's always been people who want to be above the public, above its people, and they display that, and they do it now more psychologically. They're better at it. They're better at manipulation.
It's fear mongering.
You can call it anything you want, but they're just better at it. And what's happening is that we're falling for it. We're believing it. I mean, God forsake, there were people putting bleach in their veins when the president says, "Oh, it stops COVID."
yeah.
And people die because they believe that.
But you know what happened during COVID? There were some good things that happened. Fonzie showed me, what's it called? Epic?
Epic the Musical.
And this guy wrote music during COVID. He was in his room writing all this music that came to his mind. I guess it's about the Odyssey, you tell me, Fonzie.
Yep.
And has finally now been picked up for an animated movie. He sat during COVID and he wrote music. He was at his parents' house doing what he did. And I guess the people came together and they loved his music so much that a company is now doing the animated Odyssey, which is pretty timely and pretty remarkable if you think an everyday person like you and me or this guy actually following their passion and the love of what they do can make a big difference in the world. Positive difference.
I don't understand why we didn't get picked up by anybody. Because we kept the doors open. We kept people going.
I don't know.
We try to stimulate people. We try to tell people, listen, run but don't hide. All of that. Oh, nobody put me anywhere. Nobody's making a movie about me.
You know, now we got Fonzie and Abdullah working on things. You never know what's going to happen next.
I tell you. Nobody, Fonzie, nobody.
You never know. All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come on the other side of this break. As we're halfway through 2020. I actually wrote a check at Zelle today. Said 2025. I'm like off a year.
Okay.
More to come. We'll be right back.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Are you looking for the cheapest prices on car insurance? Then call the Cheap Car Insurance Hotline right now. Hey, you're guaranteed to save money on your car insurance. Most car insurances can be canceled at any time. That means if you find a better deal, you can switch right away. We're not just one company. We offer most of the major brands of car insurance. We're like a discount supermarket for car insurance. And it doesn't matter if you have a good record or a bad driving record. Our agents are experts at finding you the right car insurance for your needs. Our average customer saves hundreds of dollars a year when they call us to switch. So why don't you make this 100% free call right now and see how much you can save on your car insurance?
855-815-9787. 855-815-9787. 855-815-9787. That's 855-815-9787.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft, silk, touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
This is AMP2 TV Network, powered by the AMP Media Future Foundation. AMP2 is an award-winning production company. Here, we produce any media your heart desires. We produce films that make people emotional. We make the audience engaged. We're innovative, eye-catching, unforgettable. Amplify your idea. here at AMP2 TV.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Sunshine in my eyes. Had a million reasons, but I chose to rise. Every little setback made me stronger than before. And now I'm standing taller, reaching for something more. People talking loud, saying what I can't do, but I hear a different voice and it's leading me through. Got a fire in my heart, got a dream in my soul, and I'm not slowing down till I reach my goal. No more fear, no more doubt. I'm letting all my light shine out. Every step, every move, I'm living proof that dreams come true. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes, only let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. That's when you're mad. I remember all the nights when the road felt long. Now I'm dancing through the struggle like my favorite song. Every squad tells a story, every team became gold. Every chapter of my life made me brave and bold. I don't need permission, I don't need a sign. The strength I've been searching for was mine all the time. Got my head in the clouds, got my feet on the ground, and I'm turning every whisper into a lot of sound. Feel the rhythm in your heart tonight. Let it carry you into the light. No limits, no chains, no walls to break through. The greatest thing you'll ever be is the real you. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes, only let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. That's when your magic shows. Good vibes, good life. Keep your head held high. Good vibes, good life. Keep your head held high. Believe in yourself and watch your dreams come alive. Believe in yourself and let your magic show.
And we're back.
Clicked my heels 3 times, flew to Walmart, and back. Abdullah, you're hilarious.
Abdullah thought we were at the Walmart.
Yes, you did.
That's pretty funny.
I had to tell you, I've been sucked into the spirituality spiral of Instagram. And you're going to see it all around the studio. All I can say is just
12 lemons?
9.
9 lemons?
9 lemons, so, it's kind of funny.
You're hilarious.
Anyway, what you got cooking for today? We've got Sally coming in for Call Me Zena. We're going to meet her grandson, Tyler. He lives in Thailand, I believe.
Thailand.
And he sells these special, it's called Muay Thai? Muay Thai? What's that sport?
Muay Thai is a type of like boxing.
So
Yeah.
this is what he is. He's this type of fighter.
Yeah.
Sally's grandson is, and he sells these herbs that gives you different, if you inhale them, like in different inhalation herbs to give you confidence, strength.
How old is this kid?
I think he's 30.
Here I am thinking he's a little kid.
No, I think he's 30.
But here... Okay.
So, anyway, so he's going to be in on the midday show. We've never met him, so I'm excited to meet Tyler. So we've got Call Me Zena. Wendy's going to be in. of Holistic Blessings. We'll see what she's going to be talking about today. Maybe a little bit of manifesting for the 7/7 portal. Do what you got to do.
I thought she was going to show us how to make crayons.
I don't know. Is she making crayons?
I don't know.
She's going to melt wax? Did you ever do that as a kid? Take all your old crayons and melt them together so you'd have new crayons?
Yes.
I think we had we used to have a machine for that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like Crayola did this whole thing where you get like 2 different color crayons, and then the machine melts them and combine into this weird swirl crayon that when you draw, it looks like it's changing colors.
That's funny. That's their generation. Machine did it. I had
We did
a
it
double
in a
boiler
pot.
or a microwave that melted.
Microwave. You had a microwave?
When the kids were little, yeah.
I had no
That you
microwave.
could melt them and pour them into different shapes, and they'd have different types of crayons. Activities to do over the summer.
I had a toaster oven. So we used to put it in this metal thing and put it in the toaster oven. We didn't have a microwave.
Isn't that funny?
And we used to use melted crayons to play skelzies.
Could you put them in the bottle caps, right? That's what I was thinking.
No, we used to, in the bottom of the chairs in school, there's these white caps so that you can move the chair along without scratching. We used to take them off. We used to bang them off, take the spring out of them, and then use them. And it was fantastic.
The things we used to do. So they've got this
They had a machine.
So my granddaughter, they don't want her to have electronic devices.
Why?
Because they're trying to keep her off of screen time. But the only way the grandparents can talk to her is through the phone. So they call it the grandparent box.
I mean,
They'll call it a phone. So we can talk to her, and they call it the Layla box. They call it the Nana box. They call it the family, look at your face, the family box. If she doesn't know that it's a phone, it's the special box that you talk to the family on.
That's a good thing. I think people are learning from the people are, how the millennials' mistake of of just iPad kids. Everybody's learning from the mistake that you should not give kids unrestricted access to the internet.
That's one thing.
Let me ask you a question.
But what they're saying is not to let them have anything, not to know about anything like this. You're gonna learn it anyway in the streets. You're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it the wrong way.
Don't you think, as a parent, you guys aren't parents, that when you gave your kid an iPad at the ripe old age of 3, 4, 5 as activity time, you knew that it wasn't the best use of their time or their brain power?
Yeah.
Do you think suddenly I should not have done it? I think everybody knew that they did it anyway.
I know. I think at the time nobody knew, because remember, the invention of these smart devices is they're a very recent invention. Remember, stuff like the iPhone did not exist until 2007. When we were kids, we were living on the back then. Stuff like VHS and DVDs and cable television was still
GameWorks, right?
We're still
saying Game Boys.
Game Boys.
Yeah, but one thing is to know about these things. Another thing is about learning about these things. And the third thing is about abusing these things.
Right.
So they take my granddaughter into a shop yesterday after breakfast. Now she's hyped up on pancakes and what have you. And you take this little 3-year-old into a store. And all I heard from the parents and the store owner and everybody else that would listen, do not touch anything. Do not touch. Do not touch. Why would you take a 3-year-old and put him in the store and ask her not to touch? I mean,
then don't take her into the store, right?
No, don't take her into that store. Let's go somewhere else.
It wasn't a toy store.
No, it was an antique store with stuff.
Sometimes, depending on the situation, you just have to have your kid with you because nobody else is there to watch him. For example,
at 3 years old.
So why did you take her out?
To the store. They decided to go see the store.
So why?
They had Monopoly. They had all these things. What?
Why didn't you take her out?
Because I'm not the parent. And the moment I say something, that fence gets awfully sharp when they tell you mind your business. And I mind my business. But don't ask a 3-year-old to go into a store and the first things out of your mouth is don't touch nothing. And you know what she said? Why? And she's right. I'm in a store. I want to see stuff. I want to touch stuff.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it.
Then don't take them into the store. Do something else.
I think the public knew that they were giving their kids iPhones and iPads as babysitters.
Of course.
Because
it
was easier, not because it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, and we're suffering from the consequences. I think it has been studied. Just like, kids these days are actually are the most illiterate now. Like, no, people are saying that we're living in an era of a new era of illiteracy because the internet has like kind of the exposure to internet at a young age has kind of like fried their brains and like attention spans. Like there is like been cases of just like teachers just like quitting because like the students that they can't read. They can't read.
We took 15 books over to the grandkids to GeoCited, and there were 15 books, and we asked them to pick out books. So the 3-year-old, I got that duty. She's not going to read. She wanted to look at the pictures. So there were things in the pictures. Like I said, this is a donkey. She says, no, that's a unicorn.
You said, absolutely, Julie. It is a unicorn.
It was a unicorn.
There you
I
go.
said, wow, that's pretty good. I said, what's this? She says, the refrigerator. And it was. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, this chick is 3 years old, and she's correcting me. I said, well, this is a squirrel.
A new level of illiteracy.
I said to her, this is a squirrel. She says, oh, no, it's an otter. What? An otter? Yes, an otter. I said, wow. So we went through this whole thing, and then Joey was reading. I would take my kids more to the library to hold a book and open a book instead of going to a phone and says, here. When I went to a restaurant, I never did this with Freddy.
It didn't exist.
No, I had a phone.
You had the brick phones. There was no smartphones.
No, it went to a smartphone. It was a flip-flop. Remember that? The cricket? I had that. But no, I wasn't going to give my kid a phone in fifth grade, in first grade, second grade. I didn't do anything like that. We played sports. We did this. Your thumbs, our thumbs are going to become the size of our heads because this is all we use. They watch a movie. They're sitting there talking to each other about the movie.
It's different.
Right in front of me.
It's
I'm like,
different.
what?
But I think parents knew you had to have known. And now everyone's backtracking to change what the generation's learning. But you're right.
Yeah, like I think with our generation, we saw what millennials did with their kids. And like we've decided if we're going to become parents, we don't want to make that same mistake.
So if you had a son, which you're going to treat differently than a daughter, knowing the things that you know right now at this stage of your life, what would you teach your kid?
I'd teach it, and like I think I want to do something kind of similar with my dad. My dad, he did not give me like a proper smartphone until like late high school. So like this, so
would you get him a phone or do something?
I'll give him like one of those old phones,
But why did you give him a phone at all? Why don't you give him something else?
No, obviously we need to we need a way to to call each other, but like I want to give him like a deliberately like a downgraded phone, like
one of those phones that only call home or 911.
No, not that like remember those old phones where it's like it was kind of like it was kind of like this, and then you had like a mini keypad or something, like
a flip phone.
No, kind of, but no, but it was.
But my question to you guys is that you still would give your kid a phone?
No.
Would you do that? Would you do something else? Would you teach him Fonzie how to draw? Would you teach your kid to talk to you if something's going on in their life?
Yes.
As opposed to
I would also, if I ever have kids, I'll also teach them, don't follow the crowd. It's okay to be yourself. Don't even give them the satisfaction of thinking that they got in your head. Because it's better to be you than to put on a mask and not know who you are.
By the words of Fonzie. Nice. I love it. All right, you ready to wrap this up? We're going to clip that, Fonzie, we're going to edit that. That's going to be the post of the day. Quote of the day.
Oh, it's a good quote.
I like it.
It's a good quote.
All right, join us midday. More to come. And then, of course, today at 2:30 for Call Me Zena. Stay inside. Watch the heat. And we will see you later. Have a great morning.
Bye-bye.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.